Well, all I know is that it's a long night for we, the fans of United, and it's very hard and very miserable that I'm starting this segment, or I'm making a debut for this segment on this channel, known as How It Happened, when we've been annihilated by Liverpool by 7-0. And guys, it's very saddening, but no matter what, we move on. Nevertheless, we move on. But Rock and David is my name. United Matters is the YouTube channel. And guys, do you know that in the last 10 visits, we've gone to Anfield, we've only scored 2 goals and we conceded 32 goals. 32 goals. So it's very, very, very bad and annoying. But obviously, we are here to do this game of football and obviously tell you what everything really went down from the first minute to the last minute. This is the segment of how it happened. I want this segment always be in 10 minutes only, 10 or 8 minutes. And I'm going to go on and really show you some flashes of what really happened and how we went ahead to concede these goals here onto this channel. Don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 12,000 subscribers. Now, on the left of your screen is Ten Hag holding his face in disbelief after being annihilated by Liverpool. And he has called for the unprofessionalism of United players, and I believe he has to few. In the 3rd minute, that is Casemiro putting out a foul on Cody Gakpo, and Cody Gakpo jumping up there for you. Mohamed Salah being closed down by Fred and Dalot here. The game of football was really so much up, and United were really playing like an elite and top team. Then, in the 25th minute, Lisandro Martinez wins the battle over Mohamed Salah and then elbows him. Mohamed Salah was expecting the referee to go all in and say, all right, it's a foul, but the referee just blowed on. But later, Mohamed Salah, just got him done. Then in the 22nd minute, look at how Lisandro Martinez denies Darwin Núñez to tap that ball into the back of the net, and it was a very beautiful cross brought in, I think, by Robertson, but Lisandro Martinez blocks that and denies that to go into the back of the net. Around the 28th minute, Marcus Rashford misses out on this chance. Luke Shaw spots the run of Rashford and plays that ball in between Virgil van Dijk and Konate. Virgil van Dijk is fault of choice because Freddie was dashing to the right space and obviously Rashford was passing through the central axis, and Rashford got just a mere touch to that. A goal that was supposed to go in. Rashford failed to score such a simple goal of the day. Then in the 25th minute, before Rashford got that, again, look at how Bruno Fernandes gets this cross from Dalot onto the far post and heads it out of the net. And this is what I talked about in the match preview, that these chances are the ones you're supposed to kill off in such games. This is what show you how big you are. You're going to look at Liverpool. Every time they attacked our goal, they crossed the line. They made sure they had to score, and this annihilation is going to go down in history, that it just turned into annihilation in the second half. But the first half was really balanced. However much Liverpool had everything in plenty, but they were not a threat. They never created very clear chance. They never got the clear chances like this one of Bruno Fernandes and this one of Marcus Rashford. That's why I told you in the match reaction that we had the better chances to kill off the game and we misused them. Then look at Casemiro scoring this goal, but he was offside in the 41st minute. Then 60 seconds later, after us failing to do that job and get that job done and dusted, get what happens? Cody Gakpo capitalizes onto that, and the assist went into Robertson. As I told you in the match day live, that if we are to stop Liverpool, we should stop their right backs from functioning. The first goal comes in from Anthony allowing their, you see, here, he does this, and Anthony is supposed to be marking this player. Dalot is supposed to be here. Fred is supposed to be here. But because Anthony failed to mark his man, Dalot was tempted to get from here to come here and close in, and then Freddie came here to go ahead and really do the needful. But even look at Luke Shaw, you get, and we never kept that line. So we lost the arrangement and the formation, and obviously we had to concede, and that is Cody Gakpo going ahead to celebrate after scoring, all putting one past Manchester United in the 43rd minute after us having 2 best chances of the game, and we really failed to go ahead and beat it. In the second half, 2 minutes later, Darwin Núñez made it 2-0, as you see there, and it had just started to get worse for Manchester United. Then later, obviously, this is Cody Gakpo making it 3. And again, this third goal we conceded because Anthony was the one who loses the battle on Gapco at the center line, and he fails to track back. He limps. He acts like a pedestrian. He was like a passenger in the field of play. And guess who scores us? It's the man that he loses possession to, and he doesn't mark. And then he goes ahead to double onto that, and Cody Gakpo went ahead to really send a message to the board of United. Ten Hag wanted me. You failed to cash in for me, and let me hurt you as I'm supposed to be hurting you. Then, for the third one, oh my God, it just got nasty. Look at Mohamed Salah. Again, it's Anthony who loses his man up, and Mohamed Salah gets that. It deflects off, I think, Scott McTominay to place itself in the vicinity of Salah, and Salah hits it into the corner, and David De Gea couldn't really stop it. And in the 66th minute, Salah made it 4-0. And David De Gea was all sat down wondering how this could happen to the club of Manchester United that had taken very many games without even conceding more than 3 goals. Ever since we played against Arsenal away from home, that's when we last got a dosage of that humiliation. And at the 60th minute, it was 4-0. 4-0. Then, when it was 3-0, there was a penalty called by Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno had the chance to steal. He stole the ball and then fell down. That is the worst thing of Bruno, not knowing that VAR is there. The goalkeeper just didn't really touch him and he went down. At 3-1, if Bruno really gets that ball and really does something sensible other than falling down, you never know what is going to come out. We might get one, and when you pull one back when it's 3-1, at least you send a scare to your opponent that maybe magic can happen. That was in the 54th minute, and Bruno, VAR said that is not a penalty. Then Marcus Rashford, in the 72nd minute, he had himself a chance to really beat the backline of Liverpool, and obviously he found himself hitting that ball onto the bottom post, but he was offside again, and that was the 72nd minute. Then the 74th minute, obviously, Darwin Núñez made it 5 from the cross that came in from Trent Alexander-Arnold and nodded that ball into the back of the net. So it was really, he made it 4 again, and there came in the 82nd minute, and it was Mohamed Salah making it 6-0 against Manchester United. It just looked, it's not funny, but when something goes beyond your understanding, what are you supposed to do? You just have to laugh about it, because when we say, but Rokani, we are mourning and you are laughing, what do you expect me to do? Then in the 87th minute, guess who makes it 8? It's Roberto Firmino, a player that is going to part ways with Liverpool at the end of the season. Look at Erik ten Hag, 84th minute when it was 6-0, and look at him when it was 7-0 at in the 93rd minute. That is United for you, and Erik ten Hag just had a very big day. So that's how it happened at Anfield, and I'm coming back with their player ratings. Someone has told me, don't do the player ratings, they are not worth, how would you rate such players? I have to come back and really do these player ratings, and if at all there is a United player who watches this channel, I know some watch this channel, they'll get to know that they did bottle the job. The biggest bottle job ever in United history, and we are just 2 goals away from being or equaling the record of the team that has most conceded very many goals. And I think that is Bournemouth. We put 9 past Southampton. Leicester did the same past Southampton in the season where there was COVID. So it was just an annihilation. And guys, that is it. Your reactions to how it happened at Old Trafford are welcome in the comment section below. Rokan David remains my name. I know you're pissed, but I've just seen Real Betis draw with Real Madrid 0-0 for the entire 90 minutes. Madrid couldn't put a goal past them, meaning that they're another decent team that we are going to face in the UEFA Europa League round of 16. That is on Thursday. And if at all we don't really lift up our stockings, we might find ourselves losing at Old Trafford again, because the mentality of these players, most of them, is not trusted, and this is the biggest test again. We fell against Brighton and Brentford, then we raised up again. We went ahead to fall down at City 6-3, then we raised up again. We went ahead to fall down against Arsenal, we raised again. And here we are. Here we are again, put onto the test. Are we going to pass it? The beautiful thing is that we are playing Real Betis on Thursday, and on Sunday we are hosting Southampton at Old Trafford. So guys, may the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly, and may Him try to calm down your feelings. I'm out. Rokan David remains my name.